This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my dear friends, it's your old pal Ron. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that I didn't even know was out. But, of course, my good friend Richard Launius, who created the game, said, hey, you know, finally after years, this has finally came out. So we're going to take a look at, we're going to do something a little different. I kind of want to show this and make you aware of it. But before I give it a review and really tell you how it plays, I kind of want to go through it a little bit and make you aware of a game called LA-1. Now, I love Richard's games, so I'm going to let you know that from the start. And I've been messing with this, but I haven't gotten it down totally yet. It's really something interesting because it has that Blade Runner feel. But it is a detective game that is just really, really cool. I mean, that's the best way to put it. And I'm going to go down, show you the board, show you some of the components, some of the things that I think you should get, you know, that I really think are necessary, and talk a little bit about it, and then we'll talk more about this on the other side. So let's go down, take a look at LA-1. I'm not going to go through the rules, but I want to give you some of the things that really make this interesting. Number one, I'll show you at the end of the video, I'll show you there's actually miniatures that you can have. And I do suggest, and I'll mention this at the end, to get the upgrade components. First of all, the chits are really, really good. And then the passport tokens are really good. You are going to be doing a case, okay? And there are a couple different areas. There's the City of the Angels, LA-1, LA-2, which is the underground, which all kinds of nasty things. And you're going to have cards because you're going to be able to visit all these different areas. A black market, and then on the very bottom here, because this is so big, I want to show you, there is a darkness track, okay? And let me just move this back a little bit so you can see this darkness track. This is what you're going to be fighting. There are certain things that are going to push this forward or backwards. And the neat thing about this is once it hits past here, it can never go back. So you can reduce darkness, but you can only reduce it to each one of these little choke points. Okay? If it ever gets to the end here, you're going to lose the game. Okay? There, I think I can do that and show you guys enough. You're going to be playing as one of many different characters. If you're going to play solo, you have to play with 2 detectives, but you can play up to 4, and it is a great cooperative game. Like the shark here, right? He's like pretty cool. As you can see, you have certain abilities that you're good at. These are going to be skills that you're going to use to solve things, okay? You're going to try to get a certain number. Maybe you might need a certain amount of muscle. You have these fate cards, and you're going to add that to it. Well, that's too mechanic. That's not going to help you. So you're going to, you know, depending on what you're going to have to try to pass. Now, the cases are really fantastic because they basically give you a lot of flavor text and everything. And this is a story-driven game, okay? So it's going to tell you how to set things up, how many credits you're going to have, when you succeed at your goal and resolve, because you could do one-offs or you could do this as a campaign. If darkness ends the case prior to the investigating completing, you're going to read certain cards, and there are over 800 cards in here. So there's certain things that you're going to set up. There's case cards that are going to be laid out, like here's your starting point, and you are part of Mason Doyle investigations, okay? So you're going to have your character here, and you're going to have a certain amount of passport tokens, which I talked about. And in order to go to these different areas, you're going to have to pay those. So you've got to buy them, and you've got to buy things from the black market, which is over here. You're going to pay a certain cost. And as you can see, all these symbols, to get them, they are going to give you certain bonuses and karma and stuff like that. One of the cool things is how you die, because you can die in this. you're going to get, every time you get damage, you're going to get a damage card. And as you get these damage cards, every couple cards, you're going to flip one over, and then you're going to have to apply that to your guy going forward. If you ever get 7, you are dead and out of the game. But the game isn't over, okay? What you do is grab another investigator. That particular investigator, it becomes part of the story. Well, the shark died. I'm going to avenge him, and I'm going to find out who killed the shark. So you have that kind of feel to it. The cases here, there are a bunch of them that you get, and there are story cards in here. And as you see, you get this big, huge folder here, okay, that are going to have skill cards for each investigator, but also you're going to have these cards that you're going to be called upon to pull out, and they are going to tell you certain things. Okay, big backstory, and then add 2 tokens to your heat, because you can get heat. And see, and what heat is, means that the cops, the mob, and everybody's onto you, and they are going to start coming after you, and you don't want to have heat on you. Okay, nobody wants to have heat on them. And then darkness. You're trying to adjust the darkness while you're trying to solve this case and find out who the murderer was, or who escaped and capture something, all kinds of different things. And there are a ton of these with plenty of replayability. And like I said, I am going through this and I am learning this as I play. The rule book is not deep, okay? The thing is getting into a rhythm with it and understanding everything. You're going to have heat, your tokens, your heat, whoever has the most heat on them is going to be sitting right here. They have a token for that. And like I said, you do want these upgrade tokens, okay? They really enhance the game, and they make it a lot nicer. They really, really do. There are 10 pages to this. It is easy to read, okay? It's getting into the rhythm and understanding all the concepts of the games, because there is a lot going on here, and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing so far. And like I said, also there are these plot tokens that are going to be here. Just to give you an idea how gameplay goes, boy, I just had it here too. There's first your darkness phase. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you're going to have your darkness phase. Then you're going to do actions. You're going to have 2 actions. And there are a ton of actions that you can actually do. Basic actions that you can do. And you can do the same action twice. But you really kind of have to really plan out what you want to do, okay? And then, of course, you are going to have investigation, which will be your final phase, and that is where you're going to find out if you can advance the case, okay? Can you advance the case? And really, really fascinating and interesting game. Like I said, I've got to play it some more times, but I wanted to make you aware of this. And first of all, this is an old school, big old board, just like Arkham Horror, and it's got a lot going on. You're going to be bouncing back and forth in it. It has a lot of feel to it, and feels so. It has this really noir detective feel with a big spin of Blade Runner in it. And I really, really am enjoying this. Just when I thought, I'm getting bored of games, this comes out. And I really, really, right now, even though I'm still learning, I can't help but make you aware of this and talk about this a little bit. I am going to be back with another video, and we will go through a couple of rounds of this. But I want you to see what is going on here. This is just unbelievable. All right, let's go up top. Nice little box showing what comes in the box and everything. And what we'll do is we'll go up, we'll talk a little bit more about it, and get on out of here. It's really something special. And the thing I didn't show you is that you can also get the miniatures if you want, if you don't want to play with the standees and stuff like that. And there is the good thing about Richard, he never overkills you with a ton of, you know how Kickstarters come with like 19 to 20 to 25 expansions that they should have just all put into one game. Oh, here's an expansion that does. No, there's one expansion for it, and that's when Law fails. I haven't opened this up yet, so just to let you know, you get everything that you could in the box. And like I said when I was down there, the one thing I really, really suggest if you want to beef this up is the upgrade components. They are really so nice and everything. As I've been trying to learn this and play it, and it's not that it's hard, it's, you know, I want to play it a few times and get a few more under my belt instead of the couple times that I have played it. And to really give you a good go of it. But I am intrigued by this, and this is one of those games that I keep on saying, you know, there are times I just don't feel like playing anymore at times. The industry gets weird and all this other stuff that goes on. And then a game like this comes out and it just kind of sucks me right back in. And that's what LA-1 does, and it does a great job of it. You know, I've always just, you know, from Arkham Horror to, you know, to the Defenders of the Realm. I always want to say Crown, and that's why I look up there, because I look right at the game. You know, games that'll always be in my collection from Richard, along with some of the other stuff, Run, Fight, or Die, and things like that. I just love, there's 10 pages of rules, okay? And it's just being repetitive and getting everything down, and I think that's what it really boils down to me. And I have to tell you, the experience that I've had with this has been nothing but positive. I want to get a few more, and then we'll go through the whole game, and we'll talk more about it, of course, in another video. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.